Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Jets. All that and more coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. I'm Kate Scott, joining me as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL Divisional Round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use. So the Jets take the field for their first drive, and they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
Across the 45 and still going. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Ravens swooping in, and they bring him down. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Complete beyond the marker. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So that's the end of one in this AFC Divisional Round contest. Neither side separating much so far. More from MetLife coming right up. Back now for the second quarter, and the Jets, they have got to look towards that end zone. Working inside the red zone. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
The Jets and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Play action on first down. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Jets pushing for a score before the break. Here's 2nd and 7. Toward the sideline and caught by Wilson. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Back now, pressure on its way. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. And that throw intended for Malachi Corley. So 2nd down coming up. He'll throw it. He sends this one to the end zone. Big gain downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets earn the chance to tie it before halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
The Jets are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They start the drive with Hall. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. From the 37. He fires one deep down the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. 35 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll give the Jets a first down. From the red zone now. Has it in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Trying to work quickly now. Still sticking with the passing game. Finds his target hole. Touchdown, New York! No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
The Jets headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's into the hands of Barkley. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And after that interception led to a touchdown in this tie game, really important they get things back on track here. They'll start this one out with Hall. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He's going to throw this one. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
Intended for number 88, incomplete. Sets up 4th.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. There aren't any options, Brock, but there is a ton of pressure now. They've got to match that last touchdown or their season is over.
And this is what makes the overtime rule changes so great. We don't want that last touchdown to end their season outright. These are the playoffs, and we want to see if they've got the mettle to respond like great postseason teams do.
Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Flush out now to his left. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
25 yards on the play. That's good for a Jets. First and 10.
Pass play now.
5-yard line.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. As they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Back to throw. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
Second and 10 now. And that's a New York touchdown. That answer right there shows that this team, Brock, belongs in the postseason. Had to be a touchdown, and they got it with everything on the line.
And now, Kate, we'll see exactly what type of team they are because their entire season hinged on what you just said, on that response of getting the touchdown. But now it hinges on this decision. Are you going to go for the tie, or are you going to go play for the win, baby?
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. On first down, here comes Hall. In the middle holds, they don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 1-yard line.
He'll throw it from his own end zone. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Here's first and 10 from the 34. Handoff right and left. Here's Hall. And he's taken down after a short rush at about the 36. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8. From the 36. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Hall running between the tackles. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wilson's got it. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Throwing now, off play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. This is caught inside the 15. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Jets pull in front. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
So the win goes to the Jets. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line.